Last question in regards to selling your home today. This comes from Sophia D in Mission Viejo, California. And her question is, how do I evaluate offers and negotiate effectively? Well, my first answer, and I did write three or four things down for this. My first answer to this would be to hire a real estate agent that's an expert in negotiation. That would be the first answer. It's really hard for people to negotiate with things that they really love. Meaning, like I've heard the term before, like the person who wants to deal less typically tends to win. The person who wants to deal more typically ends up paying more than they want to or paying less than they want to, depending on what side of the negotiation they're on. And so if you have two things, number one, if you can get multiple people interested on your home at the exact same time, that will do the majority of the negotiating for you. Because when two people want the home, the price tends to negotiate up. When only one person wants your home, we tend to negotiate the price down. So that's something that I would keep in mind. But let's say you get one offer, it's been on the market for 30 days, and like the offer in hand, this is the one we need to play ball with. We want to make sure that we get it executed, but we don't want to give a whole lot of equity away just to do that, right? I'm sure that's what you're thinking of. There's three things in order that I want to prioritize for. And I want to prioritize around certainty of closing. That's really important. If negotiation was easy, we would just take the highest offer, we'd accept it, we'd go forward. But oftentimes the highest offer that comes in isn't always the best offer that you should accept because it's shaky. Maybe the lender's not super confident that they're going to close. Maybe finance-wise, they're like on the brink. Maybe their credit score, you can't ask them for the credit score, but maybe the credit score is like, it's right there on the limit, and one little tiny thing in the next 30 days could put them into easily qualifying and reject. Like we've all had those clients that where it's 20 days into escrow and you go meet them for lunch or something, they show up, they're like, hey, good news, I just got a new car. And you're like, what? What do you mean you just got a new car? Yeah, it was a great deal. We did it. And you're like, oh my gosh, your credit score is going to drop 30 points because of that temporarily. And that may kick you out of the pre-qualifying process. So we want to make sure that the buyers that are writing offers on that, we always have conversation with their lender, and we can't ask income and all that stuff, but we can ask are they well qualified to be able to buy a home at this price point? And the answer is going to be subjective. And sometimes the lenders are like, yeah, no problem, no big deal, because they want the deal as well, right? But we do want to talk to them. So assuming we know that they are a good, strong buyer, there's three things that I would consider. Number one, in this order, by the way, terms of the contract. How long is the escrow? What are they asking for? What's the contingency period? Do they want an appraisal contingency? Did they waive the appraisal contingency? Is termites really important to them? What type of, we have to give all the disclosures to them, obviously, but what type of inspections are they doing? Are they lengthening the inspection time? Are they shortening the inspection time? What's funny is to figure out where they live right now actually will determine, a pretty good percentage point around if they're going to stick. Now, we can't the value of a buyer doesn't necessarily, if they're 20 miles away or 300 miles away, I don't know. But if they live in the neighborhood, or maybe they're one neighborhood over, they probably already know the nuances of the neighborhood, and they've been watching the neighborhood for a while. This happens a lot in coastal California. They live very close by, and that's how they write in the offer. That's a very strong point of an offer. Somebody who already knows the area is probably statistically likely more to buy. So number one is the terms of the contract. Number two is the stability of the contract. How much earnest money are they putting down? Are they negotiating very hard? Are they slow to get back to the negotiations? Is the agent, local? Again, going back to the contingency part, are they leaving the contract as is, or are they trying to extend things because number one, they may be unsure about the property, or maybe they need a little extra time to get finances put together? What type of loan are they using? Is the loan in line with the home that you're selling? Meaning, in an average priced home in an average market, it's FHA is very common. They put 3.5% down. There's mortgage insurance. Is the type of loan very typical for the type of home they're trying to buy? And the third thing that I wrote down are the actual finance or the pricing parts of the contract, meaning how much do they want to pay for it? How much money are they putting down? How much money are they putting towards earnest money? I think in yesterday's video, we talked about earnest money. As a seller, earnest money is nothing more than what's at risk. You actually don't make more or less money with more or less earnest money, except for the event of a breach by the buyer. So if they breach, obviously the more earnest money they have in there, the more money gets released to you if they're found in breach and escrow, releases that money to you. But when you're actually closing, you're signing all the paperwork and they're wiring money and you're receiving money, the amount of earnest money that the buyer put up has no financial burden on you whatsoever, with the exception of a breach. Then the more earnest money, the better. So I would look at, in this order, terms of the contract, stability of the contract, and pricing of the contract. The fourth thing that's kind of like that bonus thing, I talked about it earlier in today's video. If you or your agent does an amazing job at pricing the home effectively, staging the home effectively, marketing the home effectively, launching the home effectively, and we get multiple people at the same time interested in your home, that negotiation will pretty much take care of itself, because again, we have two people that want your home at the same time. They're going to fight over each other over it. They're not going to fight against you. They're going to fight over each other. And that tends to drive the price of the home up. So our goal as real estate agents, especially in our business here locally, is we want as many people interested in that home at the exact same time as possible, because they're going to do the work.